This is going to be interesting.
I think it's refreshing. I usually do this by myself, so having somebody else to bounce off of is going to be really unique. I don't even know what to think of to do.
Oh my god.
Okay. This is gonna be. I'm gonna keep this.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep this. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Amanda, and welcome back to my channel. This is my partner CJ.
Hi.
We are going to be reacting to the newest Sandersides that hasn't actually been uploaded yet. So about 10 minutes ago, well, technically 30 minutes ago, Thomas was like, hey guys, it's Christmas Eve. You might get a holiday surprise of the Sandersides. And I was like, yeah, we'll see, because I've been tricked before. And then about 10 minutes ago, he said it's processing. So I was like, well, all right then. Guess I have to set up my stuff. So so CJ moved in about a month and a half ago, and it's been great, and so now they're going to be in all my videos. If you hear whining or barking, there is a dog here now, and her name is Lola, and she's a whiner. She likes to whine, and she likes to bark at everything that moves. Isn't that right, Lola? And now you're not going to make a sound, you're going to make me a liar.
Nope, now she's going to be completely quiet.
Alright, well, either way, there is that. So, we will both be reacting to the episode as it is genuinely posted, as usual. So yeah, we'll see you guys in probably like 30 minutes, however long it takes Thomas's computer to process it to the internet. I wonder how good of internet he has. Based on his tweet, I guess we can find out. But we will be right back. Okay guys, we're back, and it's time. Thomas hit the boot button. You will hear crunching in the video. We gave Lola a bone to try to maybe where she won't bark, but we'll find out. So we still haven't seen the title or the thumbnail yet. We gotta reload it because I'm on his channel, so... Oh, there it is. Oh my god. Embarrassing phase is the nightmare instead of Christmas.
Oh boy.
I'm wearing the right outfit for this one. This is Rachel's episode, I'm telling you what. Oh my god. Alright, let's do it, guys. Oh, snap. Alright, let's turn this up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay, here we go.
There are few who deny at dropping lines I am the best, for my talents are denounced foreign. Line?
Wide.
Wide. That's it. We'll get it. One more time.
Oh, shit. Well, I guess some of the hints were true that it was going to be like it's going to be really different.
What is up, everybody? Doom, 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 doom. Well, it is that time of year again. The trees got no leaves, and like a refrigerated apple, the air is crisp and cool. Except for here in Florida. But, you know, I'm sure that it's nice in other places. I'm not jealous, I'm chill. Except I'm not. Florida! Frightful weather or not, those sleigh bells are still jingling, our hearts are still ring-ting-tingling, and it is time to set our sights on that perennial favorite, Christmas! No! No? You're a mean one. We did a Christmas episode last year, Thomas. I mean, yeah, Virgil. Christmas is kind of a yearly thing. It sure is. But you know what we still haven't done? Oh my gosh. Easter? What? No. St. Patty's Day. No. Aunt Patty's Day. No. New Year's Day. By the time we're on the same page, maybe. Halloween? Yes. 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 Halloween. 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 I mean, I don't care. I like holidays. So what are you doing? What are you doing over there?
Shh, Thomas. I'm waiting for the others to show up so I can scare them right out of their pants.
Yeah, affectionately. And then I'm going to, affectionately, scare them so frickin' bad, they'll wet those same pants after they put them back on!
Virgil's so in his own.
Wow, Virgil, that's pretty evil.
'Tis the season.
But it's not.
Look, just don't mind me, okay? Just, keep doing your thing.
Well, all right. This is great because it means I get to sport my best costume yet. Your spoopy neighborhood Spider-Man!
Oh.
Pretty great, right? My mommy got it for me. Did someone say mummy? No, so you can
Oh
go
my
back
god!
Hey guys, wow, clearly I have a strong attachment to this holiday. You guys look awesome! Thank you, Thomas. I put a lot of thought into my costume. How'd you settle on being a mummy? What a better costume for me than zombie royalty? Fair enough. And Logan. Frankenstein's monster, not Dr. Frankenstein? I was going to be Dr. Frankenstein, but Roman said, and I quote, "That dude sounds like a grade D dork. You should be the scary monster instead. You know, the real Frankenstein. You wrote all that down? Oh, I try to jot down anything that is said to me that is unprecedentedly stupid. It is important to keep receipts. Lots of people don't know that the monster's name isn't Frankenstein, Logan. Stop putting people down. Stop it. Stop. Anyway, where's Patton? I'm here, Thomas. I dressed as a ghost.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Just kidding, I hadn't popped up yet. Okay, well, I feel like a fool. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Thomas here still hasn't picked out a candy bowl for next year's trick-or-treaters, the little procrastinator. And I can't decide if he should get an orange bowl with black bats or a black bowl with orange bats. Patton, what are you... Or orange pumpkins. That makes more sense. That's the one, Thomas. Patton, what is this? Have you forgotten the discussion we had concerning our coordinated costume choices? Wait, coordinated costumes? You were supposed to be the Wolfman, Patton, of some measly mutt. I am the Wolfman. I have the floppy ears. I've got this cute little tag with my name on it. That does not say your name on it. That's Scooby-Doo's tag. Oh, must have gotten my name tag mixed up with someone else's. Well, someone's Scooby costume is ruined. Sorry, Patton, did you say Wolfman? Yeah, Wolfman. It was Wolfman. Yeah, Wolfman. 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 Are you guys messing with me? Patton, we all agreed that we were going to wear scary costumes. Do not spoil this belated Halloween for me. Wait, scary costumes? I don't think I got the memo on that one. I literally don't know how we discussed it in your head. Well, Spider-Man is sort of scary. He wears a mask so no one knows who he is. Peter Parker. He's always fighting crime at night. Fighting is scary. Nighttime is scary. The spider on the middle of your chest is scary. Spider-Man's scary! You're scary! Go away, Spider-Man! It's okay, Patton. It's just me. Thomas, you're Spider-Man? Calm yourself, JJ. Spider-Man's not scary. He's a hero. Scary is more like this.
Ooh, shit. Oh, that fake blood, that's awesome. I like the blood on the knife, too.
No, not like that.
Are you kidding me?
I spent all day working on this. Be afraid. Be very afraid! Oh, sorry, bud. I just don't think that we find you as scary anymore.
Shit.
What?
Oh, but that's good. You're part of the group now. You work with us instead of against us. Ugh, let me rephrase that, okay? You're not frightening them anymore? Why not? Frightening us. You're not including yourself. Why? I am fearless. And therefore powerful. I've seen you scared. Virgil, why aren't you doing your job?
I'm obviously trying.
And actively failing. Have you forgotten about the graph that I illustrated of the Yerkes curve? Yeah. Oh, good. You remembered something that I taught you for once. Then surely you remember the optimum point of tension, signifying that it's not good to experience none of anxiety's effects. I don't know about none of its effects. Virgil is still very scary. You just gotta give him a chance. Virgil, do that, do that thing with your face.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, you scared the pants right off of me.
Oh my gosh, you guys don't think I'm scary.
Put your pants back on, don't patronize me. You mean patronize?
Whatever.
It just slipped out. I mean, we spent an entire 2-part episode discussing how you weren't a malicious entity. We bonded and stuff. We understand now.
Understand what?
Your being scary was really mainly a thing when you were isolating yourself, before you knew a better way to help me. Now that we've broken down that wall, you don't have to, keep up the act.
Act?
Well, not an act, but a phase.
A phase.
Well, sure, everyone goes through phases. They're embarrassing, but we get over them. We're all just happy you're embracing who you truly are now so we can be pals.
Listen, we may be friends, but that doesn't mean I can't scare you anymore. I'm your anxiety. That is what I do.
Well, not anymore, apparently. How hard is it to distress someone? I mean, just watch. Thomas, given human beings limited years, there's a cap on how many things you'll be able to make in your lifetime, meaning you probably don't have the time to create everything that you want.
Oh my gosh.
Why would you say that? Jeez, dude. See? All it took was a little logic. Wait, is it so wrong that Virgil's doing something a little different now? Why can't that phase be over? Patton's with me. The dog days are over. Take it from me, Virgil. As someone who's gone through a few phases myself, phases are like Halloween costumes. A time comes when you wear one around, but eventually it's time to take the costume off. The phases I've gone through are in the past, and I feel like I can finally be my real self now.
Huh. Interesting perspective, Thomas.
There's Roman.
Sorry, everyone. I hate the dark. Somebody light a match. Not because I farted.
You know, I'm glad you brought up those phases you went through. Let's talk about those. What have you done? Anyone remember Thomas's cosplay phase?
Oof, yeah. No, I was not good at costume construction. So you changed my costume as an example? It's rude.
I was so into that scene. Made so many different costumes, went to all the local cons, but my costumes always fell short compared to everyone else.
I'm right there with you.
That absolutely defeated me. I couldn't cope with the fact that we weren't on the same level as all the other incredible cosplayers at the cons you attended.
Aw, that was big of you to admit, Roman.
Too bad your big admission is dwarfed by your gargantuan failures.
Yikes, those were ugly words there, kiddo.
Not as ugly as Thomas's cosplays.
Better looking than your face!
We have the same... Never mind, just let it go, Virgil.
You know, extending beyond this penny dreadful theatricality. Penny dreadful theatricality. I see what you did there. Pun not intended. There is something interesting to be said about all of this talk of phases. Yeah?
Yes, I can't help but be reminded of Erik Erikson's
What a name.
theory of psychosocial development.
What a name.
Particularly the fourth psychosocial crisis, entitled Industry
versus inferiority.
Catchy. During this phase, one aims to gain a sense of competence when developing skills. If unsuccessful, one could develop feelings of inferiority. However, a mixture of failures and successes could lead to a more agreeable balance of competency and modesty.
Oh my gosh, he's so right. I'm so modest.
So cosplay is something
So
that
modest, Roman.
made
The
me feel
most.
inferior. Potentially, but remember, you were also trying your hand at other trades during that phase. Singing, filmmaking, etc., with which you felt more successful. And your proficiency at said skills provided a necessary counter to your more embarrassing efforts. Well, maybe I was wrong to be embarrassed by my cosplay. Well, not wrong, but yeah, I had fun. I did it because I was passionate about the characters. Going to conventions gave me a chance to meet people that liked the same geeky stuff as me. So what if I didn't have the means to create a film quality costume?
I shouldn't have given up so easily.
Well, but you can always get back into it. Would you really want to revisit that? You should just let the past die. Kill it, if you have to.
Easy there, Kylo friend. Oh my gosh, a nice nickname? I hadn't thought of that.
You shouldn't give up on things just because they're hard, or if you're not good at them right away. You know, you're right. And I feel like I've also probably improved since then with all the costuming for videos. That time in my life might have been an essential stepping stone in order to get to where I am today. Stepping stone? More like throwing stone. Oh! Oh, sorry. I did not mean to actually hit you. That was just supposed to scare you.
Gosh.
But I bet now you're going through another phase of pain. Sorry again, though.
You know, Virgil, this isn't so scary. You just diminished my costume quality, that's all.
Careful, or it'll be Thomas's girl phase next.
Oh, you mean when you feigned an attraction towards women? You mean the first 23 years of my life? That's right. You were so repressed.
Oh.
Very hard for me. Oh, I bet
Speaks
Virgil
to
has
me
a
so
ton more
bad,
to scare
but,
us
like,
with. How about
opposite
me
of-
next, you bat-winged cherub? I mean, you bad
Like,
boy.
All right.
fake that.
Hot dog. Oh no, not the...
Yes, Patton.
The emo phase! But this was maybe the scariest phase in all of Thomas's life! Well, scary is a little harsh. No, Thomas, you were such an angsty teenager, and you know how teenagers scare the living poop out of me. Oh, Patton, you don't have to make emo song references. But it's better if you do. I agree with Patton. This is a horrifying period to revisit through all of the relentless waves of hormones and emotions. No one could understand me. Yeah, I was really going through some stuff when I was younger. There's a lot to get a handle on. Well, that's what you get when you let your heart win. Whoa, whoa. I am Paramore. Whoa. Okay, you can stop. Making the song 100 times better? Maybe. I can try. Oh, the ill-fitting hairdos I wore.
And all the bracelets, too. How did I wear so many bracelets? Who let me do that? Being old enough to comprehend depressing realities, but still too young to wrap your head around why things are the way they are, resulted in you becoming a little try-hard. You only made things worse for yourself by dressing in a way that was so wannabe edgy. You were just making it way too easy to insult you.
Hypocrite say what?
What?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it worked.
Shut up. Also, what were you thinking going to events like Warped Tour? You hate crowds.
Now, I don't want to overload anyone with information.
Since when?
But this also sounds like one of Erickson's stages of psychosocial development. Identity versus role confusion. This stage describes one's search for personal identity and a sense of self, trying to figure out who you are. It's a time for exploring and seeking a figurative place where one belongs in society. If one doesn't have an easy time during this stage, they could experience an identity crisis and experiment with different lifestyles.
An identity crisis that clearly hasn't ended. I mean, what am I other than a highly condensed ball of angst whose style is a relic from that time in your life?
Oh my gosh, yeah! And now we're basically style twins! Oh, look out everyone, just a couple of cool guys coming through.
Okay, Patton. Sorry. Well, I mean, maybe that angst is still with me to some extent, but you work with us now. You're not in the driver's seat anymore. You have a seat at the discussion table. I was absolutely frightened out of my mind back then, but only because I was trying to understand difficult feelings for the first time.
Whew, glad that's over with.
Patton, what do you think we're doing every time we meet up?
Catching up?
And then I found a healthy way to express myself, screaming lyrics. Yeah, lyrics that resonated with me and made me feel less alone. And Virgil, going to concerts made me feel like there was a place for me in society. And I really needed that at the time. Honestly, that was a time where I developed a lot of the values I still believe in today.
Plus the music is still pretty darn cool.
Well, that goes without saying. I don't think I really have any other embarrassing phases.
Huzzah! And that means my beautiful costume can remain untouched.
I think Virgil has
Princey,
something else to say.
Princey. So naive. His burlap sack phase?
Oh, I get it. It's Vine.
Oh,
Vine.
yeah, no, I
Vine. He was on Vine.
Yes, the
Vine phase!
Wow, Virgil, I hate to say it, but this is a miserable failure on your part.
The Vine phase wasn't scary. On the contrary, I'm rather proud of all the work we did.
Oh, all the work?
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, whoop, it's better than yours.
Put it away now!
It's okay. We're on YouTube now, where we're safe from all the bad decisions. I've always made things that I can be proud of on YouTube.
Thomas, don't invite something else.
Oh, Thomas, Vine may be dead, but it still haunts you like a malevolent apparition. Those were some of the earliest years in developing your voice as a creator. But no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you will never grow past it.
No!
Your tombstone will read, "Here lies Thomas Sanders." Remember him? He was the storytime guy on Vine.
Not
Why no?
Because...
I don't know. If people were to remember your Vines years down the line, I think that'd be pretty neat.
Oh my God, you're awesome.
Logan, did Derek's son have anything to say about this?
You mean Erickson?
Oh, that's right. The only sons I can keep straight are my own.
As a matter of fact, Patton, yes, the generativity versus stagnation stage does share a few notable qualities with Thomas's Vine phase.
Well, why don't you generate an explanation for us, Logan?
Holy shit.
Well, it has to do with one's desire to create and be
Zeke's here.
involved in
He
the
blinked at
community.
first.
The function of this stage is ideally to figuratively make your mark on the world through creating or nurturing something that will outlast you.
Oh my gosh, I was literally talking to you about this same thing a while ago. Me and this Erickson guy.
Wow, so I was doing exactly what I needed to be doing. I was taking part in an online community, and I accidentally stumbled into making something that was bigger than me. Just by doing something that I enjoyed? That's so freaking cool. And sure, I made mistakes all the time, but I'm better now, right?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know, am I? All right, I believe I understand the intended outcome of Virgil's methodology. If you had never made that horrendously bad find. Okay, now you guys are just being mean. The vines aren't that bad.
My humps, my humps, my humps, my humps, my lovely lady lumps.
We did not need another example. Most of them weren't that bad. Yeah. Your boy has delivered some ill-conceived content, but that was part of his development. Similarly, if we hadn't endured those various cringe-inspiring periods of your life, then you wouldn't know the things that you know now, or be the person that I am today. Yeah, duh. It's not that I haven't changed, but when you reduce a piece of my history to just a phase, you ignore everything that I went through. Who I was when I scared you all the time is no less real than who I am now. Past phases are the foundation of who you've become. Oh, here's my name tag. It says Potter. So if you remove that foundation, what's left standing? Huh. Sorry if we tore you down a little bit, Virgil. A pun-infused touching moment? That is so my aesthetic. Look, dealing with me will never be a walk in the park. And you can't pretend that it will be. When you try to deny me, I get frustrated and I lash out. You talk about how I work with you now. That's great. But I need you to work with me too. You're right. You're right. I don't suppose there's anything I can do to remedy the situation? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get even with you. What? What does that mean? What are you gonna do? When are you gonna do it? It's already done. Dear Zeus. Dear Newton. Dear John! Thomas, do you remember your fedora phase? All right, now we're even. You don't bring up a guy's fedora phase, Virgil. There's gotta be a line. Not even if that guy belittled someone's past hardships? Fine, I wore a fedora, or 7. It was 1 week. You could barely call it a phase. My head is not built for hats. Does the fedora thing tie into the lesson in any way? Nope. I just had a point to prove. I still got it. Yeah, you certainly do. Don't question me again, Sanders. If he's going back to being scary, can I go back to calling him names? No, you have to be nice. I'm just glad he didn't go into the girl phase. You with a girl defies all me. Yeah, no, it wasn't fun for anyone. Thomas, I feel kind of confused now. I always try to show Virgil love and support, but lately, I feel like I always inevitably do something wrong. Oh, Patton, I understand. There's a lot that Virgil could do that I don't want him to do. He knows exactly how to push my buttons, but he is who he is. All we can do is try to listen to him as best as we can and adapt to his needs. It's not an easy thing to navigate, so we're going to run into problems. But if it's any consolation, Patton, I can see how hard you try. And I think you're doing a really great job. Whew, well, my nerves are shot. I guess the takeaway from this is that phases, although sometimes embarrassing, aren't inherently artificial. They're the building blocks of the person you are now. We're constantly growing, and our experiences shape us. Embrace where you are in your life right now. Whoever you are right this minute, you're real. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Until next time, take it easy, ghost schools and non-binary ghouls. I don't know, I was trying something. Take it easy, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Peace out.
Have yourself a scary little Christmas.
Very well done, Virgil. You're so evolved.
Deceit.
Real classy of you to sneak up on a side in the middle of housekeeping. Well, classy is my middle name. Seriously, it's on my birth certificate. You can look it up for proof. Yeah, maybe in opposite town. All right. You're overselling it now. Oh, you are hilarious, Virgil. You always have been. What are you doing here? A bunch of talk about Halloween. A season for dressing up and pretending to be something or someone else. You're right. A master of deception such as myself has no place in that kind of discussion. Okay, me being able to elicit fear doesn't take away from the fact that I've grown. So don't even try me with that, Harvey Dent. Clever retort. And convincing statement. And cool costume. Are you supposed to be Scarecrow in Joel Schumacher's canceled third Batman film? You know this is what I normally wear. I've never seen that outfit in my life. Stylish clothing aside, just be sure to keep up that personal growth, Virgil. Who knows? Maybe soon, you could be rid of us all. Oh, what the? I was totally not looking for this. Yeah, you better run. What was that? Nothing, get out!
Oh my god.
Oh my
Whew,
god.
that's a lot to take in. Okay, so that end kind of just threw me everywhere. I did not expect Deceit to be in this video, but they did mention fedoras, so I was like, are they going to mention Deceit because he kind of wears a bowl hat, which is kind of like a fedora, but... Oh, my lordy. Okay, well, what did you think, love?
That was unexpected.
Right?
The whole thing was just completely unexpected.
I need to make Virgil's cape now. His
Yeah, that's an
Dracula,
awesome cape.
his Dracula Virgil themed cape. Thomas, you're gonna make me poor. I still haven't even made Roman's costume yet. Shit. But yeah, so that was really good though. I think the message behind it was very unique. I messed with it a lot because Thomas and I don't know about your sexual identity, but like I hid who I was from my family for about 23 years of my life, if not longer than that. I never really told them that I was pansexual or that I leaned towards women. I dated a lot of guys trying to make myself straight, which was a mistake. And of course I leaned toward the female gender, female-bodied people and the sort, and it's not... I don't know if I didn't want to be... I don't know if I didn't want to be gay. I didn't want to claim to be something that I didn't think I was. And it scared me to want to be someone like that and like take advantage of like that community, because it is a community, and I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm going to insert myself in here, but I'm actually not, I didn't want to go in and have to come back out,
Yeah.
It's kind of scary, I guess, but
Yeah.
But I agree with him on that, and I had an emo phase too. I think it's a thing of us born from 1980 to 1990. It's just like everybody that was born in that period had a definitive emo phase, and it's all because of the early 2000s. It's always because of My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy and Linkin Park and all of those bands, Evanescence, like all the bands that like were that dark, screamy emo kind of thing that happened then. That was really big. I remember it being big when I was in middle school and then the beginning of high school, but I just feel like that's, like, I think everybody's been through that kind of phase. I do find it interesting that they tied in the Vine stuff without tying in the shorts.
Yeah.
Because that's something that Thomas has made very clear, is that if you don't follow him on Twitter, one, you definitely should. But two, he's made it very clear that the shorts characters are different than the sides characters. So that's why I like the character of Sleep, or affectionately known in the fandom as Remy. He will never be a side, because one, Sleep is not a side of yourself, it's a function. But he's a character in that because anything can be a character in that. We have a freaking printer that we all named Magenta. I don't know. But the point is like the fact that they were able to reference Vine and talk about Vine without mentioning the shorts characters, I think was pretty unique.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what did you think of the costumes?
I love the costumes, although I was noticing... So, like, Logan's whole thing is perfection, right?
I know, there is a lot of not perfection in that, and I give credit to people who do the makeuping, because shit knows I can't do it.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like, I thought Virgil's makeup was on point.
Oh,
I feel like Talon probably did Virgil's makeup. I get the feeling.
Yeah.
As for Logan, I don't know. There was something about the forehead and the chin, like you could see where it wasn't completely
and then
in
his
the skin.
ears, like the green didn't go all the way in his ears.
Oh, I didn't notice.
And
that.
and
okay.
I don't know if it was intentional or not. I just kind of thought it was a nice touch if it was intentional.
Yeah,
but if
I
it
don't
wasn't,
know.
it was just a thing I noticed, and it was just kind of funny that it happened on Logan.
Oh, well, yeah, considering he is perfection and it's
Yeah.
not completely perfect. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Logan is necessarily perfection. He's more like, what is it? Like, doing something on time. What's the word for that?
Like
yeah, he's punctual.
Yeah.
He's punctual more than he is perfect.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily want things absolutely perfect. He just wants it done on time. He wants to stay on a schedule, and that's why Roman makes him mad, because Roman wants to take 10,000 years to come up with something, because Roman's the one that wants to be perfect.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Roman's outfit looked very good.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. I guess he was just being like a random Roman prince, but I think it'd been funnier if he had looked like Julius Caesar or something.
Yeah.
It would have been funny if it'd been more like like an actual person from history. I thought that might have been interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is really neat. I like that he called it the Nightmare instead of Christmas. Like, that's really funny, actually. And I think it's neat that we went back to this sort of like, it's not long. It's only 23 minutes, which is still long for like his older stuff, but it has enough of a message in it that it doesn't necessarily need to be super long. Like, that's one thing I think I've missed in the Sanders sides is that, we've only got a month. It's been a month since learning new things about ourselves, and it's nice to see an episode this detailed with this much makeup and editing and stuff.
Yeah.
But it only took a month instead of 6. So that is nice. And I know the other one only took a long time because of the puppets.
Yeah, the puppets and the puppeteering and yeah.
And realizing they couldn't do it themselves to the quality that they wanted, which is fair to admit. I feel like that's something that's hard to admit.
Yeah.
What was the first phase? My ADHD kicking.
The first phase was the cosplay phase.
Oh, that's right. I messed with him on that too, because I went to conventions a lot as a kid. I have pictures. You know what? Thomas, they're on the internet for Thomas. I'll show mine. I'll put them up on screen somewhere. I have some really crappy cosplays from when I was, probably 15, 16, 17 years old, because I went to my first convention when I was 18. I drove 2 hours away and went to a convention in Paducah, Kentucky called OMG Con. And it's actually a convention that happens in my hometown now, which is kind of funny. But I went to that convention for the first time, and I wore Haruhi from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, and I wore Yuri Cross from Vampire Knight. And they were not good. I bought them offline. They didn't fit me very well. The Haruhi one was super tight. I've always been a thick girl for the most part. And the cosplays I was buying was like from eBay, and it was probably from some random person in China. Who knows? And they weren't made right. So, I understand Thomas on that. But there was the thing is when I think back to that point, yeah, my cosplay wasn't great, but I had fun. There were a lot of people that took my photo, and it made me happy to share that love of a character with somebody else. And I can understand that it is something that you do get better at as time goes on. Just as you get older, you learn how to do things better. But have you ever cosplayed?
I never have.
Oh my goodness.
I never have, but partly because you see so many people that are so good at it, and you're just like, I don't know the first thing, so you just don't. And that's been my kind of thing. But I do want to try it because I think it would be fun.
And that's the thing is, like, I know I haven't put anything on YouTube, but I have cosplayed as Virgil, Patton, and Roman. I will put them up on screen. I have cosplayed as them, and it's really fun to get into the sides. Or not Roman, Logan. Roman is one that's being a pain in my ass. Let's just say that, because his outfit is just... especially the gold trim stuff. I'm not good at detailing. Like, my Virgil cosplay was 95% made by me. My mom helped me with the sewing of inside his hoodie where the purple is, because I just had a black hoodie, and it had no purple on the inside. It's a t-shirt. But other than that, I did the rest of it on my own. Includes the stitching of all the random stitches. It looks like a mess if you turn it inside out. It looks really bad. I want to remake his jacket, but I never have. And then Patton and Logan, I mean, they're throw together cosplays, really. I mean, they're not anything that's necessarily super difficult, though I didn't have the logos until recently. I got the pins that Thomas sells, which I'll put a link to his shop in the description like I always do. Support him and his friends, because they make these amazing videos that are just so amazing, and they make my night. And this was a good Christmas gift from Thomas and his friends, because there was a lot of work that went into this episode, obviously, and makeup definitely. And costumes involved. I do want to talk about one thing, though, that ending part with Patton. I feel so bad for that boy.
I know, like he's trying so hard.
He is.
He doesn't know what to say.
Because he did. This is one of the first videos I don't think he didn't say kiddo at all, and that felt really weird. And you know that he's trying to understand Virgil, he is, but it hurts him. And he doesn't know how to tell Virgil that not being able to be affectionate bothers him. Because Patton is emotional. Mm-hmm. And there are times where I think Patton may overdo it a little bit. But I think for the most part, if Patton was genuine in talking to Virgil how he would, like talking about, kiddo and that he loves him and things like that. If he didn't have like the grandiose way of Patton doing it where he like throws his arms up and stuff, I feel like if he was more genuine about it, I think Virgil would be not as I don't know, threatened by it, I guess. Yeah. Maybe he wouldn't take it as like it's a joke. I think the reason why he doesn't like Patton calling him that is because he kind of sees it as a joke. I don't think he thinks Patton's making fun of him necessarily, but maybe he thinks that Patton is belittling him to be like, oh, I'm the only one you call, a baby or a kid, I mean,
I was gonna say I'm the child.
Yeah,
I'm not a child.
I'm not the child. I am an adult too. You know, I don't have to be babied by you. Mm-hmm. But Patton doesn't see it as babying. He loves Virgil, and that's why I feel like there's a miscommunication here. Like Virgil thinks it's a full-on dad-son thing, but I think from Patton's perspective, even though he considers himself the dad, it's more like a familial brother bond rather than father and son. It's more like, I want to show you that you mean a lot to me, and this is the only way I know how to do it. Because other than the hug in the last episode when Virgil was a puppet and Patton wasn't, I don't really know if they can actually physically touch each other. There's really no been canon established for that. Yeah. And then the deceit. I did not expect to see deceit. But then again, I guess I should have with all this flipping makeup throughout the entire thing. I mean, with how detailed Virgil's makeup was and Logan's makeup and Roman's too. I mean, it's kind of obvious, I think that snake makeup is easier in comparison to the rest of them. But, but man, there's a lot to take in that one scene with deceit. They were alluding to more dark sides. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I am. Man. So let's throw our guesses. So what do you think the next dark side will be? Do you have a theory?
I don't really.
Okay.
I was kind of thinking of something like eons ago at this point. But I don't know.
Cuz it looked like Virgil was actually pretty scared of Deceit. He kind of yelled at him, told him to get out of his room. Yeah. I find it interesting that Deceit could get to Virgil's room without Thomas there. That's something I noticed, because I was like, wait, they're in Virgil's room. He's putting up the stuff. This is Virgil's room. The same, filter and everything. How did Deceit get there without Thomas? Because in Accepting Anxiety Part 1, they couldn't get there without Thomas because Virgil wasn't around. Virgil was already in his room, so how did Deceit get there? Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. I wonder if that means that if Virgil is an ex-Dark Side, if he is that the reason why Deceit can go in and out of his room at will? Because Dark Sides can go in and out of rooms at will. Yeah. Is that one of the reasons why the Dark Sides pop in instead of sinking up and down? Because when you pop, you can go anywhere. But if you sink, you have to go to a specific destination. Because anytime Thomas has taken them anywhere specific, they have sunk down. Yeah. But when Virgil takes them anywhere, they pop. Like they did when they came out of Virgil's room. Even though Thomas sunk down and the rest of them sunk down, when they came back in, they popped in. So, I don't know. It's difficult to say. There's a lot of theories that could happen here. I mean, I want a dark side about envy or jealousy. I know it's really obvious that would be a dark side. But I think in terms of Thomas's, what he does for a living, this YouTube thing, there has to be some sense of jealousy in growth in terms of like, you know, his channel has grown exponentially. This is true. But at the same time, I know that there's probably jealousy in terms of like how fast other people's channels have grown or how popular other things have gotten in comparison to what he does. Jealousy in the fact of, you know, he's gay. So, you know, there's that jealous of like straight people who don't have to have that much of an issue doing things and, you know, things like that. And I'm not speaking for him. Maybe he's not jealous of these things, but it's just something that could be explored as, you know, jealousy is kind of open, just like deceit's open. You know, like we don't see Thomas as a lying manipulator, but he does lie. He's human. So, I mean, he's human. He has things he's jealous of. So who knows what it could be? It could literally be anything at this point. But yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again and again and again, I'm sure. I'll eventually have it memorized. The way I have like every single other episode. But yeah, so that was it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I hate to do the YouTube thing, but you know, hit the like button and subscribe below and stuff. And leave a comment. Leave your theories. What do you think the next dark side will be? I'm interested to know. I want more ideas because, like, you know, you got envy/jealousy. You know, you've got apathy. I know apathy was one that people were thinking of as like an opposite of Virgil, because Thomas's anxiety is more focused on get up, get out of there, and go. Where some people have anxiety about doing anything at all is bad, and it's the empathy. It's the antithesis of what Virgil is, like lay down and do nothing. And then it's an endless possibility because us humans are full of so many different emotions. So, but yeah, and I have videos for Love Live Squad Festival coming out very soon. If you watch me for those too, I've been a bad girl and I haven't been recording my scouts. But right now in the game, they're having a 3% UR increase, which is stupid. That's a lot in comparison to what it usually is. So I'll be scouting for both Muse and Aqua for that. And I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that might be. I don't know. Bye! Yay! We did the thing! Yay!